What's up, everybody? Jensen Cummings here. Thank you, as always, for tuning in. Today is Best Served Podcast 386. We're going to be talking clarity between restaurants and influencers with Haley of Mile High and Hungry. And this is episode 4 of Denver Restaurant Tik Tok Week, 4 of 8. All this week, we're talking to content creators across the Denver scene about what's going on within the world of really short form video, TikTok, Reels on Facebook, Instagram. We all want to understand how we can go beyond what's on the plate, just the sexy food pictures, and be able to tell a meaningful story through video. And these content creators are absolutely doing that. It's something that restaurants need to be paying attention to. We're sleeping on TikTok still. Even though TikTok surpassed Google as the most visited URL, we're still not paying attention. We're still diminishing it and saying it's just people limp syncing or dancing to viral videos. You have to understand that this is the space where your restaurant is going to need to be. And Haley's done a really good job. Somebody who's like really thinking about the social media impact of the videos that they're creating. So I think restaurants can learn a lot from this. So first, I want to play a little clip so you can kind of get a sense of Haley's channel, Mile High and Hungry, and then we'll bring Haley in and talk a little bit.
Hey guys, I hope you know about this hidden gem because it's way too good to go unnoticed. TK's Surf and Turf is bringing some killer seafood to Denver. The works is like a crab boil featuring crab and lobster. The Alfredo is so rich and creamy, and they even have crawfish. Where else should we go?
Yes, this is really great. And let's bring Haley in here. I didn't know about this place. So Haley, you got me all hyped up. That looked so ridiculously good. That is my jam. Like, I want to get messy when I eat. So I'm excited to go check this out. So you got me, and it's my job to know about restaurants. So well done. Thank you for introducing me something new. So tell us a real quick kind of why Mile High and Hungry? Why did you start it? What's it all about? What does it mean to you to kind of have this channel?
So I actually grew up in Chicago. So I am a transplant to Denver, but food has always been a really big passion in my life. Growing up in Chicago with a great food scene, I didn't travel much as a kid, but my family's from Mexico. So on Sundays, my grandma would take over the kitchen and make it like we were back in Veracruz, Mexico. So a ton of fresh seafood and your typical tacos and tostadas and things like that. So that was kind of interesting to see like the difference between what Mexican food everyone knows and like my family's Mexican food. So that was like the first real instance where I was like, food means something and it means a lot to me. So instead of traveling, I went to a new restaurant all the time with my dad to go try Indian flavors, Chinese flavors, Japanese flavors. And so the creation of like a blog or something was just more for my friends and I and my family to kind of just see what I was eating. And as we all know, social media took off and it's like the newest search engine. So it was more than just my family and my friends that actually liked where I was going and wanted some advice. So the page is mostly for people from Denver because we show new spots that are growing and coming live every day, and then transplants. So people coming to Denver either temporarily just for a vacation or that just moved here and miss the food that they had wherever they came from. So that's kind of our mission is to be like a little diary or your little guidebook that you can pull up and, oh, I have a date coming up. Where should I go? Oh, it's a birthday. Where should I go? I'm just really craving something. Where should I go? You can just hop on my page, hop on my Instagram or TikTok and find what catches your eye, and then you know where to go.
I absolutely love it. And I love that it started with kind of a family dynamic, right? You're taking this channel as like you connecting with your father, going to the restaurants, trying new things, the exploration. And that is, my favorite people are food people, and my favorite food people are people who are explorers, who just like want to try new things. So I really appreciate that is kind of the genesis of this channel for you. And then you really kind of dove in and tried to understand the social media aspects, understand the algo, what's happening on the algorithm, what sounds are going off, what trends are happening. How can we make social media a strong communication tool also from a business standpoint for these restaurants? And I think that's an important thing I want to highlight, because there is a misconception of what quote unquote an influencer is. Too many restaurants are caught in this mindset of like, well, influencers just want a free meal. I was like, look, there's people that maybe are abusing that, but by and large, and everybody we're featuring are ones that truly believe in highlighting the great people and products and new restaurants. And so you've kind of taken that a little bit further of trying to create a stronger relationship and clearer expectations. You mentioned to me that you kind of create media kits and share media kits with the restaurant so they have a better understanding of what the content is, what the expectation is, how they can utilize or cross promote, things like that. Why was that important? First, tell us kind of what it is that you're sending over to restaurants and why it was important. And then I want to get into some more details.
So we get a lot of people that reach out via email or via DMs, and we always kind of push them more towards email because we want to show them the media kit. And it kind of acts as a little bit of an education tool. And like the idea for it first came out when people like would ask me what I was doing or like why I was investing so much time in Instagram and what it meant. Because when I started really getting involved with this, it was like nobody knew that like people could get this much traction for businesses, fashion, whatever industry you're in, and didn't really.
They still don't actually know, even though it's happening all around them all the time, right?
Exactly. So it was kind of like an educational tool for like my family and then my friends, and like just if they ever like were curious what I did. And then I was like, well, I should be presenting this to restaurants too. So it kind of like breaks down like our value and like kind of who we are as people that are trying to go promote the restaurants and saying like, this is how we're going to help. So we want to educate them about Instagram and help them with tools like the new collaborative tool. So on Instagram, you can make a collaboration post so it goes on both feeds. And the benefit to that is now you're engaging with both audiences. So it goes across both pages, and like the benefit to reels or like what metrics we really look at that can tell. Because the question we get asked all the time is, well, how am I going to see results? Like, what does it mean?
Of course.
And so it's like we present like our demographics, because a lot of people that might abuse the system, they can buy followers and like create this huge, fascinating looking page. So we make it clear of like who we are. Like we try to be super transparent, and because we do have a passion for food. So I'm not here to take anything. I'm here to like give you an audience to come see your page, or we call it like the new version of a billboard. Like you can't really see how a billboard translates, but you're putting it in front of eyes, or an ad in a magazine. Like you can't count how many people come unless you have like a discount or something that's with it. But if you just have the ad, it's the new wave of an ad. So that's kind of what we also try to stress, is like put it into a way that we're all like, we all know the function of a billboard. We all know the function of an ad. So it's kind of making it more clear and not as like elusive as like everyone knows of like Instagram and TikTok. So trying to put it in a different view, because when I first got on Instagram, like it was all for my friends and family just to like keep up, which is how this page started. But as the years passed on and the growth of Instagram itself, things change. So it's just kind of bridging that idea of like bullet pointing kind of what everything is. And we hope that they don't even just take it from what they see on our page, but then they can implement it on their own page. And so we do ideas as well, like giveaways are beneficial because it adds more comment engagement and tagging engagement, which allow more people to see it. So we do things like that, or in like story posts, like encouraging like using the question button, or like just trying to get people to engage as much as possible. Even if you don't think it's like exactly what you want to say, like any way to get people in and kind of interact with what you're doing is really awesome.
Yeah, that's key. We're underestimating in the restaurant industry the value of that type of engagement. And I mean, it's the most crucial platforms to be on for your business, you know? And so I appreciate that you're breaking it down, because we need it spelled out to us in crayon sometimes. I feel like to be able to understand it, we need to get beaten over the head with it. And then finally we just say, yes, chef. And we do what we're supposed to do. And so like, it's just hard to break through some of the facade that we put up, some of the blinders we put on when we get stuck in the four walls of the restaurant. So I really appreciate you trying to understand how to break through the communication barrier there. I think that is so crucial. So really appreciate that. We got to talk some more. I just like listening to you talk. Like we need you to probably write an article, probably the media kit. We need to like put that out in shiny lights for people. So I think everybody, you're going to hear a lot more from Haley as we go. But this was really valuable, Haley. I appreciate the work that you're doing. And seriously, I just learned about a new place. It's my job to know about restaurants, and I had no idea. And so I'm really excited to have had no idea. And now you introduced me to a restaurant. That's what this is all about. We're trying to elevate this this food scene here in Denver, be it Chicago, anywhere in the country. So thank you for that.
That makes me so happy. That's my one goal. I just want someone to find a new spot.
You did it. You got one. You at very least you got one. So thank you so much, Haley. We really appreciate you. All right. We'll talk again soon.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Cheers. All right, everybody. So great. Break it down for restaurants. Restaurants, you have to understand the value of social media. And somebody like Haley breaking it down for us, it's important that you have to buy into it. I don't care that you don't understand it. I don't understand it. And we're in the business of trying to understand this new landscape. So thank you, Haley, for that. Once again, Best Served Podcast 386, clarity between restaurants and influencers. It's going to help this market. Influencer marketing is here. It's here to stay. And it is really the most underpriced attention you can get. So don't sleep on it. That's it. Appreciate you all. Cheers.